Welcome back to Forensic Lectures. In this video lecture, we are going to see what is criminal profiling. What we will cover today is what is criminal profiling, profile of victim and culprit, its role in crime investigation, lie detection, polygraphy, narco analysis, brain mapping, scope and limitation. So let us first see what is criminal profiling. So criminal profiling it's also known as offender profiling and specific profile analysis. It is created psychologically. In criminal profiling, we are moving more into the psychology rather than science. Okay, and it is not only psychological portrait, but it determines location of the offender by gathering their personal attributes from crime scene behavior in order to assist in detection of them. Like here what happens, this is actually a psychological concept. Here science is not involved. Based on the psychological fact, we are doing a profiling, like how you do your Instagram profiling, or we can say Facebook profiling, right? You create your profile, right? Same way here we use psychology, okay, to do the profiling. Have you heard of MO, means modus operandi, means how the victim has done a particular crime. Same way here what happens, they study the profile of that criminal. So criminal profiling is typically used when offender's identity is unknown. So when it is used when the offender identity is unknown, in any case, like something like theft, or we can say robbery. The robber always uses a particular method to do the robbery, removing his chappal outside the shops, or using a particular type of equipment to open the shelves, or we can say the safes. Okay, and with this are used when the identity is unknown but the mode is known to them, and with serious criminal offenses such as murder and sexual assault. So in both these cases, this criminal profiling is used. So the process of criminal profiling can be divided into 5 stages. So in order to do this criminal profiling, we need to follow all these 5 stages. So first, profile input. Profile input means here what? It is actually whatever information you have gathered from that particular, after reviewing, after doing research on that particular crime scene, visiting the crime scene, gathering the data from CCTVs, or we can say also from the IOs, or everything from where you can get the information like the eyewitnesses. Okay, you're making the profile using the profile input, searching, then decision processing. So after gathering the data, what you do, you put all your data in a particular chronological order. Okay, so after that order, what happens, you get a picture of how he can be. Means here what happens, you are calculating his approximate height, age, weight, size, the color of the skin, or in certain cases, like in certain CCTV footages, what we can see only how heighted the person is, what type of clothes he wear. Like in certain cases, you might have offenders, they only wore like this black hoodies, or this like baseball caps. Okay, particular things they uses, right? Then we do the crime assessment, how that particular person have been involved in the crime, or how he has done. Then the offender's profile is created. Okay, and then it is used for investigation. So based on the data that have been gathered, so all this thing, they create a particular profile, that how this person might look like. If you have seen only the some witnesses, they might have seen only from the back side, so you can decide what type of hair he has. okay, if he is wearing anything particular like certain sneakers, okay, like this. Then next, moving on to profile of victim and culprit. So here what happens, the victim's profile refers to either the distinctive demographic characteristics of crime victims, like example age, race, or sex. Like in particular crime, a particular criminal, he only does the sexual crimes, okay. Sexual crime means like rape and murder cases. In other case you might find a particular offender or a particular culprit criminal, he is only abusing the children, he is only killing the children between at the age of 5 or something like this. Then race, like particular race, they are only killing a particular race, like we can take the example of Hitler, okay. Or individual traits, example self control and genetic factor, okay. This also, like genetic factor means what, only the people who are belonging to particular community or particular background, or we can say those who having like curly hair or any genetic factor, it might be, okay, color of the skin, anything that corresponds to having a greater probability of victimization. So here the profile of the victim is described. So if you have heard, like only the females are being more prone to crime, okay. In the particular time when 2 3 types of female crime has been happened, so then they do victimization who are more prone to that thing. Then culprit profile will be same as this only, but here what will happen is that all the characteristics which we are saying here, it will be related to culprit, and the probability of this culprit being analyzed in that particular data, and it will be sent, okay, to the general public. Then role in crime investigation. So what is the role is that it recreates the scene of crime, means reconstruction of the crime scene, and information that most valuable to them includes this, like location and time, nature of the offense. Location and time is the most important, means based on that if you are creating the reconstruction, then you can mostly you need the location, right, and the time. Then nature of the offense, like what type of offense, means it is a sexual crime or other type of crime. Then choice of victims, so what type of victims are attacked in that particular case, okay. In some cases only the childs are abused, okay, like this. So the condition of the scene means how is the condition, means it can be an indoor, outdoor, or in some cases it might be only related to this water, like after murder the criminal, he throws the body into the water, like this they have. Then similar cases, like certain cases they will match, like certain time what happens is that this criminals, they try to copy the old crimes, means how that crime has been taken place in the earlier time, same way they repeats this crime again. So that is similar cases. Then communication from the suspect. So if you interrogate or interview the suspect, you will find certain things related to that crime, or other distinguishing evidence to identify the suspect, okay. Then criminal profiling job, how it is done, like it involves becoming directly involved with the criminal investigation. So here what happens, go you are directly meeting the of witnesses or the other parties who are involved in that particular crime or in the crime scene. Then some professional work as a distance at distance, like providing advice to law enforcement agency based on the evidence through the technology, like From distance means what, all the crime officer IOs, they will provide you with information from the victim, from suspects and all the other investigator officer who are there. So from distance, like using technologies like computer or laptop video lecturing, then you can give a criminal profile of that particular person. This role conduct interviews and personality assessment, including like lineage analysis. Crime lineage analysis means what? Lineage is a thing related to your ancestors, like uh, they are digging the background, okay. Then cause of death analysis, how the death has happened. Then geographic profiling means what? A geographical area will be considered, like if it is in India, or specifically we are taking the a particular state like Goa, then what type of crime has, what is the probable rate of the crime, what type are more. So based on that also, then assessment and management of threats, like before the crime has happened, if there was any threat, means while blackmailing, that phone calling or any records like that. Then media and trial strategies and multi-agency coordination. Media and trial means what? Using medias, then multi-agencies will like they hire private detectives, okay, for doing this. Then lie detector. First only telling, like lie detector and polygraphic are two different things, but lie detector is a type of like polygraph is a type of lie detector, okay. So in polygraph what happens is that, it means polygraph is used for lie detection also, but they are completely two different things. In polygraph machine, poly means what? The word only tells it is multiple, okay. So multiple signals from the sensor are recorded on a single strip moving paper. So single strip moving paper means what? A graph, okay. So this sensors generally record what? This is the first one, that is person's breathing rate. So when you become nervous, what happens is that your breathing rate increases, right? You tend to breathe faster, right? So the breathing rate is recorded. Then person's pulse, means pulse are recorded, like if you are in a nervous situation, then you can feel your palpitations, right? You can feel that how the pulses are moving in your body, where you can find its pulses, right? Pulse rate become very high. Then third thing is what? Person's blood pressure. The blood pressure eventually increases. And the fourth one is person pres- precipitation means precipitation means what? Sweat rate, like if you are nervous or scared in a particular situation, what will happen? Some people will like they will start sweating continuously, right? Then the fifth one is sometimes like arm or leg movement are also recorded. Like certain people, they have a habit, right? They shake their legs when they are lying, or they tend to do particular actions, or biting their lips, or even this biting their nails. These are also certain type of habits, okay, that are there. So all these things are recorded while you are being this while the polygraphic method is used on you. So first what happens during this polygraphic test, they are persons are asked certain question. They have a questionnaire, okay, a set of questionnaire that will be there with them. So it will be asked by this examiner, whoever is doing this examination, the officer will ask. So he has to answer with yes or no only, okay. Till now it is like that only, you have to answer with yes or no. So first, for showing the accuracy of the polygraph, they will record this also first in this graph. Then after that, this related response will be recorded, and then the main question relating to particular case will be asked. So what happens here is that the accused or a suspect, they can deny this polygraphic method because they are not accepted in the court of law, as they are not in the, they don't fall under the scientific background. Then narco analysis is also like it is a narco analysis test, means here what happens is that you are given a specific anesthetic dose. You will be unconscious, like after drinking a particular amount of alcohol, you will not be in your sound mind. Okay, so here what it states that which is different from polygraph test, it involve injection or administration of drug. So which type of drugs are used, such as sodium pentothal, then scopolamine, and sodium methyl. So this is the drugs that are used to give the anesthesia. Then this is known as the truth syrup. Okay, because it will split the truth out of your mind, so which causes the subject to enter into the various stages of anesthesia, like depending on the particular dose. This truth serum is given and the person becomes anesthetic, means he is not in his conscious mind. At this time his subconscious mind will be activated, and it is believed that at that time the particular starts speaking, the person particularly start speaking the truth. But this anesthetic dose, they are very 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 crucial, because if the dose it goes higher than 0.1% from what it is given, then the person might even go to coma. Okay, or it will lead to a death cause. Then this truth serum test is a form of psychotherapy and effective aid to scientific interrogation. So it is a type of psychotherapy. So this actually this narco analysis was used to treat this type of disease, like psychological disease, those who are in they have stress disorder, or we can say dementia, or even in case of other type of psychological diseases. Okay, then moving to last, that is the brain mapping. So in brain mapping, what is done is, brain mapping is a revolutionary new tool. Okay, this has been newly introduced, and for accurately identifying the problematic area of the brain. So what it does, it identifies the problematic area of the brain. It is also known as P300 test. Okay, his other name is P300 test. In this test, the brain mapping, what happens, the suspect is first interviewed and interrogated to find out whether he is concealing any information. Means first, like lie detector, what was there, they were asking certain questionnaire, right? Same way here, what happens here also, for concealing means what, if the person is telling the truth or not, they are identifying by using this questionnaire. Okay, based on that they get to know. So then the activation of the brain is done for this associated memory is created out by presenting a list of words to the subject, like relating to the crime. Certain words will be given, or it will be explained to that particular person. So what happened, that he will eventually be in that particular like he will think based on that crime only, even if he has this concealing type of behavior. Then measuring the electrical potential difference. So here what happens, the electrical potential difference is measured, which arises due to the neural activity of the brain. So in here the neural activity is recorded, like the problematic part of the brain, like we our brain is there, which is divided like in different parts, like one part will be this problematic area part. Okay, so from there this neural activity of the brain will be recorded and brain mapping will be done. So now let's see the last thing, that is scope and limitation. What is the scope of all this is that criminal psychologists who are there, okay, they also take up psychological assessment, like we said this questionnaire method and all that. They are nothing but the psychological assessment and counseling. So people who have committed a crime, so that similar or even new crimes may be prevented. So if you get a data like this type of profile is there of that criminal, this is his traits, these are his behavior, then you can suspect the crime, or you can pre-subscribe, pre means you can, like based on the data you can pretend like know, right, what type of crime he will commit, like if he is a sexual offender, or he is a child abuser, anything like that. Then these profilers who are there also work in crime series. Right? Crime series are popular nowadays, right? There are movies based on this crime series, also a particular offender. So where it is considered that a crime is committed by the same offender, then there is this psychopathic criminals, there are many movies on them also. Then there is certain limitation, that all this brain mapping, narco analysis, lie detection, all this it is actually considered as the whatever statement they give during lie detection or narco analysis, they are witness against themselves only. So in article 20 of Indian constitution, that is the part 3 of it, no person accused of any offense shall be compelled to be a witness against himself. So anyone can be prevented from giving any statement that will prove against himself, so they can say no to this any of the test. Okay, so that's all for today. If you like my video lecture, do like, comment, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.